Umpires taking up their positions for the final quarter. 10-6-66 North Geelong after a brilliant third quarter. Corio 3-7-25. It's 41 points the difference in the grand final of 1992. Corio, they're like the boy with the wheelbarrow at the moment, Barry. They've got the job right in front of them.
Yes, they have. Unfortunately, the third quarter, as you said earlier on, the vital third quarter, and North Geelong took advantage of it. Umpire Gladkey holds the ball in the air, comes in, throws it up. Ruckman going, Stewart up high, thumps the ball forward for the Corio side, down towards halfback, but it's Goko coming across halfback, gets the first kick in the final quarter, out wide it goes. First onto the ball we see out there is Hardman, slips over, takes it across the line, and we'll have a throw in. No, free kick, deliberate, the umpire says, and the free kick going to Johnny Rhodes.
Now Corio need to get things moving pretty quickly here. Here comes Rhodes, kicks with the right foot. Down towards half forward, up in front, Jones almost paid the mark, wasn't. Play on the course, Stewart can't handle it, puts the hand in the air. You can certainly pick him out with his hand in the air. He's about 9 foot tall as it is. That was reaching up to the sky, that one. Umpire didn't fall for it though, no free kick given. He's going to set the play alight again, throws it up. Up goes Stewart with his hand up higher than anyone else. Again wins it to Cockerell. Cockerell's hand pass backwards to Rhodes, who slips at the crucial stage. Player goes straight over the top of him. Here they come, Paul Mallia. Mallia's a chance for Corio. Picks it up on the left foot, kicks into the forward line. Out they come. Mackenzie takes the mark. And Daryl Mackenzie's outside 50. Could be too far for the little fella. Left foot chip pass in towards Boothroyd. Can't handle it. Goes in after it again. Joswick's a chance. Joswick pushes the ball wide. Mark McMahon's in there. Picked up by Boothroyd. And a free kick going to Rodney Boothroyd. And didn't see what that was for, Barry. That looked a bit soft to me. Did you pick it up?
I thought it might have been holding the ball against Joswick, but Boothroyd was about 2 yards away.
Well, possession is 9/10 of the law, and this is Rod Boothroyd with the footy.
He's done a Timmy Swenison and got away with it.
I think he has. Now they need to kick this one, Corio. Give themselves any hope at all of winning the grand final. They're coming home with the breeze, although it's died. Boothroyd kicks it, tumbles it, not a good kick at all into the pocket. Up goes big Mark McMahon. He can't mark. Player down hurt there is Timmy Swenison grabbing the knee.
Free kick to for Parney.
And a free kick to Frank Popiani, is it? Well, a little fortuitous perhaps, but Frankie very deep on the boundary line there. He hasn't got much to kick through there, Barry. Very tight angle.
Will he kick it?
I think he's due to kick one. They need a goal, Corio. Here comes Popiani. Comes in on the right foot. Fires at the goal mouth. A cute angle. Goal umpire leans back. All clear. It's a goal. What a beauty. Kicked by Frank Popiani. And we've only played 2.5 minutes of the final quarter, and a goal they certainly needed, Barry Walker.
Yes, that'll give them a bit of heart. Early stages final quarter here at the Western Oval, as you say, 2.5 minutes in on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. And well, we'll just see what the Corio players are made of, whether they can get a few more on the board. They're a long way behind. There we are, 10-6-66, Corio 4-7-31, and that's proudly brought to you by Guest Video Productions.
Well, they've got all players back on the ground now, of course, and maybe if they can kick the opening 2 or 3 goals, they could be a chance yet. Up goes Stewart, wins the hit down. Popiani runs on him. He's got close attention there from Jamie Marnie, who's had him all day and worn him like a glove, and he's affected the ball-up decision. There they go. Throw it up in the air to Gilmore. Up goes Stewart, takes it out of the air if you don't mind, puts it on the left foot, tumbles it in towards the forward line. Boothroyd's behind on this occasion. Over the back, Boothroyd's a chance. Boothroyd! Away to the umpire, take an alternity here. It's a goal. He took a long time to put the fingers up that time, Barry.
Yes, he did. Boothroyd couldn't take the mark, but he was first to recover. Behind the back of the pack, picked the bouncing ball up, kicked a low one in, and it's got home for Corio. There's 2 goals in 3.5 minutes.
Well, that's the start they needed at this final quarter, and we'll give full credit to Big Stewart there on that occasion. Grabbed it out of the centre, tumbled the punt down, and Boothroyd, good enough to go back and get it, slammed it through. 10-6-66, 5-7-37 Corio. North Geelong still have a very good lead, and we've only played 3.5 minutes final quarter. As the umpire starts proceedings again, up goes Alford, wins the hit down. Chance here for Master run onto the footy. Tries to tap it out the back. It's McDowell. He can't do so. They dive in on top of Jones, goes in, grabs the footy, but the umpire had already paid the ball up decision.
Umpire Gladkey with the ball in the centre of the ground, the muddy centre. Comes in, throws it up. Ruckman coming up, they go. Stewart up high again, gets a tap down. Picked up here by Hutchison, handballs back to McDowell. McDowell gets a kick out to half forward, but in front North Geelong couldn't take the mark. Hits the turf, all ridden into the ground was the North Geelong player there, and he'll receive the free kick, and this is Hardman.
Stewie Harbin played very well too all day. Certainly earned that free kick. Waiting now. He's going to go around the outer side of the ground. No one on the mark, so he plays on immediately as McCone comes in. The kick's a shocker. Heads for the boundary line. If that was his target, he found it, but could have done better with that kick. 66 plays 37. 5 minutes gone, final quarter. Corio trailing. North Geelong have led all day as the umpire throws this one back in. Over the back, Maroney gets one in the back. Kick off the ground here might have been Swennison's. Short kick doesn't travel any distance. Malia couldn't handle the footy. Kick off the ground by a North Geelong player. May well have gone over bounds on the full. We'll just wait on the decision here, Barry.
Yes, Malia to take the free kick.
It did go out on the full.
Right, Malia chips one in towards the centre and finds McDowell. McDowell now to put Corio into attack. Should kick the ball long. He's gone for a little short pass too. Finds Hutchison. Hutchison there. Down towards the half-forward line between centre wing and half-forward. Goes wide with a little short pass. Chipping in there as a North Geelong player. Plays on quickly. Kicks it down towards the half-forward line over the heads of the players. Running back onto the ball now for the Corio side is Semad Javiv. His kick out towards the centre wing. Goes across the boundary line, and the free kick to be taken over there by Jones. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and Daryl Jones will put North Geelong back into attack.
Daryl Jones taking plenty of time after that kick from Vlado Semjanev, and Daryl Jones spears the short pass in. It's a good one. He's found Robbie Dick way out there on the outer side of the ground. Now Dick looking to come across. No, he's going to run around the man on the mark. Well done, Robbie Dick. Plays on now with the right foot. Little kick was a good one because Jones is good enough to run underneath it and catch the footy inside the 50, but a long way out from goal really on a day like today. And Barry, let's give credit to these players. They've all put in their best on a day that has been not conducive to good footy. It hasn't been a bad spectacle considering the decisions.
No, it hasn't. As Jones now comes in, kicks the ball high for Parney in the front, takes a chest mark and will repel this North Geelong attack.
I meant considering the conditions, actually. Sorry, umpires, not the decisions. Here's Propiani. Kicks the ball from half-back out to the centre wing. He's found Vlado Semjanev. Semjanev plays on immediately with the right. Puts his second kick in as many minutes. Out it goes. Chance here for Cockrell. He's well claimed in the tackle.
High.
Too high, says Barry Walker. Too high, says the umpire. And Ian Cockrell, this is, taking the free kick.
Right from centre wing now, drives Corio in, but a good strong overhead mark taken back there for North Geelong, and it's been taken by Skoko.
He's done a good job on Mark McMahon, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Handballs to Swenison. Swenison now kicks the ball down towards centre wing. Over the back of the pack it goes, but a free kick's been picked out. No, it hasn't. Stewart tries to burst his way through the pack, couldn't. Sock it off the ground for North Geelong down towards the 50-metre line. It's just inside there. Skoko, not Skoko, Pinger was bundled out the road. It comes back now. Handballed out there by Widdowson. Tried to soccer it off the ground was Rhodes for the Corio side. Soccered further forward. Big Stewart finding it going hard in the heavy conditions. Tapped out wide for Corio. Picked up by Rhodes. Rhodes now a high kick down towards half forward. Oh, the mark's built down there by Cockrell. Dives back on top of the ball. Ryan's there with him, and the umpire's called and will ball it up.
Well, a little bit of the sting gone out of it here. Corio kicking 2 goals in the first 3 minutes or so. But we've now ticked to 8 minutes in the final quarter. Would have thought if they'd had a big chance, they needed to kick another one by this time as the umpire commences proceedings again. Ryan's in there for North Geelong, and the umpire might have found a decision here. Free kick, picking himself up at the bottom of the pack is Ian Cockerell, and he'll take the free kick way out there far side of the ground. They have to get it moving quickly because North Geelong's lead is looking a bit insurmountable at the moment. He fires a short pass to Greg Cockerell, takes the mark, plays on immediately, kicks towards the boundary line. Poor kick, Paul Baker was the target, but it hit the bike track, and it's a free kick from out on the full. This is Semjanovic. No, it's not. It's Ivan Jovanovic.
Right from the back line now, drives the ball back towards the centre wing area. Up they fly over there. No one could take the mark. Tapped straight across the boundary there by the North Geelong player, and we'll have a throw in.
Boundary throw in far side of the ground. Grand final of 1992. We're 10 minutes nearly into the final quarters. The boundary umpire puts it back into play. Stewart versus Alford. Stewart does well, does the roving, kicks over his shoulder, but backing back and taking the relieving mark as Daryl Jones. Geez, played a good game today, Daryl Jones. And he took that one as easy as you like. Steadies it down. Now goes the short pass. Finds his teammate here in Neil Alford. Bit of experience combining there, and Alford takes the mark.
That's another short pass.
That was a very short one.
Right, Alford now comes in, drives North Geelong into attack. Going back there was a Corio player in Rhodes, and Rhodes has been paid the mark, half-back flank.
He's done some nice work since he came on the ground, Barry, hasn't he, Johnny
yes.
Rhodes?
Yes, he has. Rhodes now for Corio from half back, comes in now, drives the ball towards the centre of the ground, up they fly, and he's probably one of Corio's better players in Hutchison. Greg Hutchison taking the mark. Handballs to Big Stewart coming through. He lost
McNamara it is.
McNamara was it. He's still battling. He's got 3 to beat. Puts the tackle on the North Geelong player, but the umpire says hold it to him and he'll ball it up.
Let's give a bit of credit there to Darren McNamara. He's run from fullback to take the hand pass. Didn't take it cleanly. Fair enough. At least he's trying to make the play, and he was good enough to lay the tackle and hold it up there. Well done, Darren McNamara. They've got to try something, Corio. As the umpire throws it up again, Stewart wins it down. Comes back to him. Smothered by Jones off the boot. He dives in on top, but there'll be another ball up here as sure as Christ made little apples. Certainly will be. Umpire going to take it now as Cockerell throws it back to him.
Right now, umpire Gladkey with the ball, comes in. Throws the ball high in the air. Ruckman set themselves. Jones is up. Oh, good tap down. Finds Hutchison. His handball's intercepted though by the North players there. Going in solid was Cockerell, but the umpires call for it, and he'll ball it up again in the muddy centre. 11
minutes gone. Final quarter now, Barry. Time ticking away. North Geelong holding on to this nice advantage they have. Darryl Jones in screen being a good player. 66 plays 37 on the guest video scoreboard. As Stewart goes up, wins it to the player there, the captain. Coach gets it across. Popiani fires on the left foot. Up goes Boothroyd. Can't mark. Joswick's at the back of the pack. He's got support from Jeff Marnie. Fires out the hand pass. Heads for the boundary line. He's got a teammate there. In fact, might have been Alford kicking the ball around, but backing back and taking the mark is Frank Popiani, and he's inside 50, Barry.
Right now, North Geelong, Corio have got to move this ball quickly. Comes in, a high kick towards a 10 metre square. Boothroyd comes out, is it? Yes, and Boothroyd's taken the mark. Moving back quickly too.
Getting up, I'm just going to say, getting up very quickly to go back and have their shot. He knows they have to get goals in a hurry because we played 12 and a half minutes final quarter. And Rod Boothroyd, he's looking for a short one actually. He really should be having the shot. He's inside the 50. Goodness me, Rodney.
Well, he got up quickly as if he was going to get on with the game, and he's taking a long time now, isn't he?
Well, let's see how he goes with the kick. Comes in on the right foot. Punt kicks for goal. Holds up, doesn't make the distance actually. Thump to the ground there. Ian Cockerell's a chance, but it beats him and Tim Swinnerson through the point post, and we'll have a 1 point registered on the board there to Corio at the 13-minute mark of the final quarter.
Right, North Geelong, a little short kick out to the back pocket here, finds Moroney. Moroney plays on quickly over there, runs to the 50-metre line, kicks down towards centre wing. Up in front, couldn't take the mark there with Joswick. He's moved out of full back by the look of it. The big fellow, he's done quite a good job down there, and they're giving him a run on the ball as we see North Geelong 66, Corio 38 on the guest video production scoreboard. Umpire throws the ball up, tapped to the ground by Jones, picked up here by Cockerell for Corio. He's kicked down towards a half-forward line, over the line on the full, and the free kick to be taken for North Geelong, and it'll be taken for them by Ryan.
Jeff Ryan it is. Taking plenty of time too, Jeff Ryan, to go back and get this one. There's a fella wearing a rubbish bag for a raincoat there. He's had a bad week. Throws the ball back to Ryan, and Jeff Ryan going to take the relieving free kick there at half back. Taking plenty of time. All they want the time to do is to tick away to North Geelong as he kicks the ball up towards centre wing. Benson's up, can't mark. Hits the turf. Look at that mud there. They stack in on top, but Hutchison's at the bottom of that pack, and we're going to have a throw up. Getting up off the ground there too might be Alford and also little Moroney.
Right, umpire Gilmore with the ball on the far side of the ground. Throws it up. Ruckman come in. Up they go. Oh, Stewart come across, grabbed the ball out the ruck. Loses it though. Cockerell's at the bottom of the pack surely, and should receive a free kick for in the back, and that should be 50 metres against Jones. He just threw the ball on the ground, but umpire was quite handy. Paid nothing. Didn't
want it in. Cockerell pointed it out to him too. A bit lucky there, Darryl Jones, as Cockerell kicks the ball into the forward zone. It's punched away there from Skoko. Out comes Swinnerson, puts the slipper in, and it goes over the line and out of bounds. And I think it may have bounced. We'll just wait on the boundary umpire coming in to grab this one. It did, and we'll have a boundary throw in. And we've gone 15 minutes now. The Sting's gone out of the game. North Geelong with a commanding break in the grand final. Up goes Stewart and grabs it out of the air. Gets a hand pass. Popiani of Corio fires on the left foot into the goal square. Boothroyd from behind, can't mark. Kick off the ground from a North Geelong defender. Goes into the pocket. They're fighting in there. Picked up by Hutchison.
Well done.
Hand pass across to Popiani. The kick smothered. Boothroyd crashes through the pack. Boothroyd spins. Boothroyd kicks. Boothroyd goals. What a good goal from the big fella.
Yes, a great goal, but let's go back a little bit further and watch strength there by Greg Hutchison to get that ball out to Popiani down there in the in the forward line. Boothroyd took advantage of it, burst his way through the pack and kicked one over the shoulder.
Hasn't given up trying all day, as you say, Greg Hutchison, and good play to the big fella Boothroyd too. He did that very well for a big boy, turned very nicely in sloppy conditions and kicked a nice goal. And at the 15-minute mark of the final quarter, Corio have got one back. 66, 10-6, 66 North Geelong. Corio 6-8-44. It's 22 points the difference. There's still time if they're good enough, Barry.
Yes, there is. There's in the centre. Stewart gets a tap down. Picked up here for Corio. Kick wide out towards a half-forward flank, but chipping in, taking the mark there is Jamie Marnie. Marnie now from half-back flank. A little kick around the centre wing looking for Skoko. Oh, close to the boundary line. Went straight for the boundary line for mine. But the umpire says, give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll throw it in.
Certainly headed for the fence there. The large crowd watching on as Angie Skoko made for the white line. Boundary umpire throws it back into play. Alford's up over the top. Oh, a player ridden into the ground. They must get a free kick. It's Ivan Jovanovic, and he'll take the free kick at left half back. Grandstand side of the ground. Got the moustache bristling in the wind there. Has Ivan. He kicked a lovely goal in the first quarter, and now he's going to come in. He kicked that with the left foot, the goal. He's kicked this with the right foot. A nice kick too down towards player Widdowson couldn't mark. Hand pass comes across to McDowell. McDowell of Corio kicks the ball forward. Almost a mark there to Hutchison. Couldn't handle it, but he's given away the free kick, and Jeff Ryan takes it. And Greg Hutchison goes crook.
So he should. I'd have paid the mark. Anyway, the kick out.
Oh, look at this for a mark.
Widdowson.
How'd you like that one? What a beauty. He hung in the air, Barry.
Widdowson plays on quickly from centre wing, drives it down to half forward. A diving attempt to mark there, going across for the Corio side as Benson kicks wide out towards the centre wing, but Jones is there, touches the ball on the ground once, kicks towards a half forward flank. He's got a lead from Spence. Spence picks the ball up close to the boundary line, kicks one back in and finds Moroney. Nice mark taken by Moroney. Daryl Jones again, the initiator of that play. Is Spence picking himself up the bike track. He hit that pretty hard. He has some scun knees there, I'd suggest. But it's all worthwhile if they win. And little Alan Moroney shaping as though he's going to kick a torpedo here. That'll be some sort of an effort with this wet ball. Let's see how he goes. No leads forthcoming. He's going to try the torp. Gets underneath it. Not too bad. Two into the pocket. No one able to take a mark. Widdowson's a chance at the bottom of the pack here. It shuffled forward. Oh, if you don't mind. That was Charlie Pinger going in. And Adam Kent, I don't think appreciated the way Charlie went in. The ball's gone over the line and out of bounds, but it's gone off the boot of a Corio player, and it's going to be a free kick, and Charlie Pinger's going to take it. Well, he was determined to get a kick there, wasn't he? Certainly was. Now, let's see what he can do with this one. Runs around, Charlie Pinger fires on the right foot. Goal umpire leans back. Greg Bellwood said it's a goal. So does the goal umpire. What a beauty. Charlie Pinger has kicked his second. Yes, I think that's paid... all Corio, I think they're finished now. I think that's the one that's won it for North Geelong. They're too far in front now. I don't think Corio can come back. Well, dare I say it, Barry, yibbity, that's all, folks. They are home. Corio coming with a run at the start of that for the final quarter, but they've answered that beautifully. Lovely goal kick by Charlie Pinger there too. He ran around the mark beautifully and boomed that one in on the right foot, and it's right through, and a very handy goal. It's all over. 11-6. 72 now North Geelong. Corio 6-8-44. The play starts again in the centre, and Alford wins a nice one. Moroney kicks it off the ground towards half forward. Going back, Rhodes did well. Trapped the footy, lost it in the tackle. Pinger likes to put the foot in, kicked that one off the ground again, did Charlie. Goes out wide, picked up by Paul Mallier. PM, hand passes. Pinger, another one, a little toe poke off the ground. Pinger again pushes it forward. Well played, Charlie Pinger. Corio player diving over the top of his opponent, could have given away the free kick. Widdowson goes in at the bottom of that pack, getting up Paul Mallier, just helping Martin Widdowson get up a little there, and it's going to be a ball up decision, half forward flank. North Geelong in attack, and we've gone 19 minutes of the final quarter, 72 plays, 44. Mallier's covered in blood too, coming from the nose as umpire Gladkey throws the ball high in the air. Up they go. Alford brings it to turf. It's socket off the ground here. Here's a chance for Mallier. He gets a short kick around towards. Oh, that wasn't 10 metres, but the trip was on Byzantine, ridden into the ground, picked up here by Jovanovic. His high kick towards the half-forward line. Good play, Rhodes brings it down. Hutchison picks it up, kicks wide out towards the centre wing. A race for the ball now. McCone and Hardman. Hardman picks it up. Tackle put on him. Good tackle, holding the ball for mine, and the free kick should go to McCone. This is McGilla taking the free kick.
Comes in on the right foot, kicks the ball into the muddy centre. It spills past a few players. Coming out there, Cockerell couldn't handle it. Diving in at the top of it, Timmy Schwennerson. He's claimed in the tackle. The ball is in amongst arms, legs and mud. Very hard to separate those three things at the moment out there. Darryl Jones is at the box. Didn't even see him there in the black and white colours because he's all black now. Picks it up, hands it to the umpire. He throws it up to start it again. Alford versus Stewart, straight down to the ground. Umpire, repeat proceedings, please. Players very tired out there now, Barry. I think they all know the game's over.
Yes, they are. I tell you what, look at the mud on that ball, will you? Anyway, up in the air it goes. Tapped down by Stewart again. Over the back of the pack it goes. Maroney's in there trying to get down for North Geelong. Players dive on top of it. The umpire will move in and ball it up again. And last player up this time. He's not up yet. It's Cockerell, is it?
Up. Yep. Might be Ian Cockerell, it is. He's been on the bottom of a few packs, has Ian Cockerell. Now here's Darren Gilmore just having a little friendly chat to Mark McMahon here, saying I'm the umpire. Mark McDowell, sorry. Throws it up. Up goes Big Stewart, wins the hit down. It fell straight to the bottom of the ground again. No doubt we'll have another ball up here. And away we go again. Well, there's some tired boys there. Who's this getting up last now? This is the highlight.
Same player.
It's Ian Cockerell again. He's at the bottom of quite a few packs trying to throw the mud off. The ball is absolutely covered in mud. Let's see if we can get it away this time. Knockout from Stewart. Thumped away by Jones. Back it goes. Skoko with the left foot gets it out of that mud heap. Rhodes runs onto it. Gives away a few metres. Fresh air shot from Rhodes. Widdowson's in there. Picked up by Maroney. Little banana kick around the wrong way. Picked up by Charlie Pinger. Charlie fires in towards the goal mouth. And it's gone over the line and out of bounds. On the full, I think. Just waiting here.
Something's happened behind the play.
Something's happened here. We've got to pick this up. It's a free kick going.
And I think it's going to Bellwood, is it?
Greg Bellwood, is it?
No, Pinger. Your mate.
Pinger it is.
Right, Pinger's kick down towards the forward pocket. Players slipping and sliding. Bellwood gets a kick now down towards the forward line. It goes across the line before the players can get to it, and we'll have a throw-in right in front of the scoreboard here at the Western Oval. We've been travelling 22 minutes into this, the final quarter, on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
We've got to start thinking about our APCO Easy Shop Best Player Award in conjunction with guest video. Barry too, as Stewart takes this out of the air. Punt kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Out they come. Oh, thrown out of the play there. In goes Marsh. Marsh has a chance. Can't pick it up. Can't gather the footy. Here they go. A little player coming out here with a left foot kick. Is a good one too for Corio. Out it goes wide. Almost a mark taken. Not paid to Cockerell. Hutchison goes back and gets it to Baker, who took that previous mark. Now Baker kicks the ball towards half centre wing perhaps. Jamie Marnie slaps it back. Picked up by Stu Hardman. Top one high. And Hardman, who's been a real battler for his side today, takes the free kick centre wing. Plays on a minute. He's got a player out wide. It's Robbie Dick. Kick it, Dick. Dick dead. Kicks it towards the half forward. Lovely kick too. And Widdowson takes the mark. And will take 50, I think. Darren McNamara has thrown him to the ground after he kicked that. Now,
well, Marty Widdowson says I'm going to have
50.
Widdowson
says I've got 50. Now, McNamara standing the mark. And I don't think the umpire was going to pay that till then.
Well, the other umpire is the...
Ian Cockerell just saying that water's not too good. Just threw it back to the water boy there.
Yeah, umpire Gladkey was the umpire who's given the 50 metres. There he is there.
I didn't think he paid it till Widdowson started taking off with the footy, Barry.
Well, the umpire we could see was Gilmore.
Oh, there you go. That's why we couldn't see who paid it. But this is Widdowson coming in to take the kick after a nice pass from Robbie Dick.
Comes in. Take two.
Well, he's taking plenty of time. The time clock now ticks around to the 23-minute mark of the final quarter in the grand final of 1992. Widdowson, one sock up, one sock down. The sock up kicks the footy. It's gone wide. It's gone not too well, I'd suggest. It's 1 point only. Went over the top of the Geelong radio rental call. Radio cab call. 788888's the number there on screen, Barry, if you ever need a cab.
Right now, from full-back, Corio bring the ball out here towards the grandstand side. Player being held there was a North Geelong player. And
Ivan Jovanovic
picks himself up, go back and take the free kick, and he'll be kicking from just outside 50. There we are.
11-7-73 to 6-8-44 late in the final quarter. The kick's a shocker. He's picked out Greg Hutchison. He must have been standing about 8 metres away if he was lucky.
He was on the mark.
Hutchison kicks it. He was on the mark. Hutchison kicks it round the corner, and he's found Ian Cockerell, who takes the mark. Completely smothered in mud and a bit of blood as well too. Ian Cockerell steadies now, kicks the pass in short. Nice pass too. Finds a teammate who raised on immediately. They blaze the ball down towards half forward. Baker takes the mark. Inside 50, kicks the ball as Baker. Chance there for McKenzie. Spills off the leg. high leg there of Marnie in defence, and it's over the line and out of bounds, a boundary throw in. About 35 metres around from the goal, of which Corio attacking.
Right from the boundary line throw, and it's tapped down here for Parney, runs over the top of it. Who's this? Jones going through, and the free kick has been taken there for Corio by Mackenzie. No,
he's got to give it back
to Stewart.
Gone to Stewart. Something went on off the play there. Stewart tries the long bomb, doesn't get hold of it. Deep into the forward zone. Almost a mark taken down there. Not paid. Play on the cause. They run it out of the fence here through Schwennerson. Fires the hand pass across to a teammate, Hardman. Schwennerson give it back to Hardman. He did. Hardman give it back to Schwennerson, he did, and Schwennerson goes round with the left foot, round towards the centre wing, knocked away from McNamara. Here's Charlie Pinger, another toe poke. He'd make a centre forward in a good, did a Queen's Park Rangers side, that man Charlie Pinger, and the ball goes to centre half forward, diving in on top of the footy, trying to punch the footy out is Greg Hutchison. Umpire said he wasn't trying for the football at all, and it's a free kick to North Geelong.
Right, they play on quickly, goes down towards the half-forward line. Stewart waited for it, it didn't come. Picked up here by Cockrell, gives it to his teammate Malio. Malio kicks down through the centre of the ground, but it's all North Geelong. Handball across here. Marnie, is it Marnie's chip kick down towards the half-forward line, but coming across, taking a good mark is Semaja. He's kicked round towards the centre wing looking for Parney. Parney will go short. Oh, shocking kick. And allows the North Geelong defenders to come in. Good play, Mackenzie, though. Jones flips the ball out. There's Ryan into the back of a Corio player there. And it's McDowell. He'll pick himself up. Got cramp. And McDowell will go back and take this free kick.
Gee, he certainly hasn't given up trying Mark McDowell, has he? He's been a good player for them. He wants to go on with the play immediately here.
Goes across to Hutchison.
Hutchison's taken the mark. Now he's just wide of that very muddy patch. Fires the short one in, looking for the big fella and finding him, Mark McMahon. And he's taken this grab out in front. My God, it's muddy out there. Mark McMahon got the footy. We've gone 27.5 minutes final quarter. Gives it across to a teammate, Hutchison, who's never stopped trying either. Punt kicks the ball long. Up they go. Jones is back there to put the fist on it. Close to the fence it goes. Might have gone off the boot. We're waiting on the boundary umpire's decision there. Cockerell was down there trying to grasp it. Couldn't do so. And it's gone over the line out of bounds. It's a throw in.
27.5 minutes into the final quarter on the Rockies. 24-hour locksmith time clock. North Geelong get the tap down. It goes across the face of a goal. Dick's over there. Tries to run away from his opponent, which he does. Kicks the ball down towards the centre of the wing area. It's bouncing. Goes across the line and out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in.
Well, the season almost over now, Barry. 27.5 minutes. There's the score. 11-7, 73 North Geelong. Corio 6 goals, 8. 48, 27.5 minutes gone final quarter. Stewart takes it out of the ruck, fates the kick, goes the hand pass to McDowell. McDowell gives it across to the run of McCone, and away goes McCone with the right foot, finds Hutchison, wants to play on immediately, he does, chips it in short, coming out taking the mark, Mark McMahon. The boot went off, the kick, the boot, he nearly kicked it the second time, nearly got another stat. Come back to Bellwood, out of defence, he comes with a long right foot kick for North Geelong, heading for the safety of that boundary line, and away she goes, and we'll have another boundary throw in. 28 minutes gone final quarter.
Right now, waiting for the boundary umpire to throw this ball back into play. Big Stewart still on the ball. Comes in. Up they fly. Stewart caught behind. Gets a tap down, but it's Byzantine at the bottom of the pack. Picks it up. Oh, fresh air kick. He's over the top of the ball over there for mine. Not making any attempt. Surely, umpire Glacky, you've got to penalise him. What's he done?
The siren's gone. What about what he's done? It's all over. North Geelong are the premiers for 1992, and are they happy?
And the player won't give the ball back to the umpire.
Take the footy home. He said, I'll take it home. It's a beauty. 73. 11-7, 73 North Geelong. They've defeated Corio 6-8, 44. The underdogs have got up, Barry, and that's the third premiership in 5 years for the coach of North Geelong.
Yes, great effort there. It was their third quarter that done the damage when, unfortunately for Corio, they had a couple of players off the ground. North Geelong kicked 6 goals in that third quarter to 1, and a valiant effort in the final quarter. Corio kicking 3 goals, 1 to 1 goal, 1. So they were still in there fighting at the end of the day, but the odds were too great for them, and North Geelong thoroughly deserved their grand final win here this afternoon.
Gee, they're happy. Look at them on screen there. Jeff Ryan, Rick Byzantine over the top goes Robbie Dick. He was handy down the forward line. Big Andrew Vivian there. Oh, they're all happy. There's Jamie Marnie, number 29. Timmy Schwennerson. What a game he played. 5 goals, Barry. Great performance by Tim.
Yes. You got the goal kickers there?
The goal kickers. I have got the goal kickers for Corio. Ian Cockerell got 1. Frank Popiani got 1. And Darryl McKenzie got 1. And the big fella Rod Boothroyd kicked 3 goals, 4 down at full forward. Whilst for the North Geelong side, we had single goal kickers to Robbie Dick, one to Tony Spence, and a lovely left footer by Ivan Jovanovic early on. 2 goals to Charlie Pinger, who certainly made his presence felt when he came along. And I've got 5 goals to Tim Schwennerson and 1 to Greg Bellwood.
Better players for the Corio side. I thought Nevada Cornwell played quite well for me, and Cockerell. Frank Foppiani drifted in and out. There's Big Dick Philpott on screen. The president, Dirty Dick, the president of the North Geelong Football Club, and
he looks pretty pleased with himself. Well, thank you for the high five, he said. Good on you, Dick. Barry called you Big Dick. I don't know him that well. I'll just call him Dick if that's all right.
That's all right. Yes, Frank Foppiani, I thought, drifted in and out of the game, but did quite well for Corio. Going a bit further down, I thought Greg Hutchison played a great game for Corio here this afternoon. Craig Benson tried hard, as did Craig Marsh. Paul Mallier on a half-back flank did quite well also. John Rhodes coming off the interchange bench, and Big Stewart also played well for Corio. I'd also like to give a mention to Mark McMahon. Better players, I thought, for the North Geelong side. Jeff Marnie did quite well in defence. Down there, Darryl Jones, all around the ground. He was at the bottom of the packs. Rick Visentine, I thought, was another good player for him. Stuart Hardiman tried very hard also. Neil Alford played quite well. Tony Spence had 2 great quarters for them. Tim Swennerson kicking 5 goals also. Alan Moroney, the little rover, did quite well for the North Geelong side here this afternoon, as did Jeff Ryan in defence. Ivan Jovanovic also played quite well, and your soccer mate did quite a good job coming off the interchange bench.
Yes, Charlie Pinger certainly was a bit of a surprise. He kicked 2 goals, 3, and well, if you count a little toe poke as a possession, he had about 20 possessions. He just kept getting the forward for his side. Well done, Charlie.
Well, we've got to give a Best Performer award here this afternoon, David.
Gee, hard day to give votes in, aren't they, Barry?
3, 2 and 1?
3, 2 and 1. Would you like to do yours first?
No, you've got to do yours first. You've had the rest.
Mine. All right, I gave 1 point to Greg Hutchison. I thought he played very well all day for Corio and continually put them forward and never stopped running and never stopped trying. I gave 2 points to Timmy Schwennerson, because of kicking 5 goals on a day like today was just about a match-winning performance for Tim. Might have got a couple of easy ones from the umpires, but they're on the board and they won the flag. And I gave 3 votes to Darryl Jones. I thought he was the best 4-quarter player on the ground without a doubt.
Right. 1 vote. I thought 2 Corio players that can share the 1 vote, and that's Ian Cockerell and Greg Hutchison. I gave 2 votes to Darryl Jones for a good game here this afternoon, but I gave my 3 votes to probably the smallest player on the ground. He got to the bottom of the packs. He was everywhere for mine, Alan Moroney.
Oh, goodness me. Well, he did play a good game too, Alan Moroney, but according to the points tally there, it's 5 points for Darryl Jones, and he'll receive the APCO Easy Shop guest video. Lovely tankard, just having a drink of lemonade out of one at the moment. A beautiful trophy there for Darryl Jones.
Well, whoever poured that one for you needs to learn, because there's plenty of froth on the top of it.
There is a bit, but look at the North Geelong boys, are they? There's Dick Philpott. He's pretty happy, giving his players a bit of a pat on the back there. They're all moving over to the presentation area now. And there'll be some pretty happy boys in North Geelong tonight, Barry.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, great club out there, great tradition, and they sort of... they've been around a long time, the North Geelong Football Club, and plenty of premierships, and experience plays a major role in grand finals, and I think North Geelong come out on top with that. They're experienced players, as we said, going through the better players before, like Alford, Swennerson, Moroney, Jones. I thought that they were the ones that sort of held them in good stead here this afternoon. But Corio, they fought it out. They had their backs to the wall here today in certain areas, but it was their elder statesmen, if you like to say, like Hutchison and Cockerell and probably McNamara and players like that kept them in it also, wasn't it?
Yeah, certainly. Finals experience important today. Barry, you better get down there and present this trophy on behalf of the guest video and the APCO Easy Shop at Barwon Heads there. And we'll just... Here's the boys singing the song. Are they happy? Ho-ho! Big Neil Alford in there. Good to see a lot of kids out on the ground too, really patting their heroes on the back today. It's been North Geelong's day today. 11.773, Corio 6.844. And North Geelong, who led all day, have won the grand final of 1992. There's a high five going on out there. A few more of them. Dick Philpott's really started something. And there's the officials down there ready to present trophies.
The big Kazza from Guest Video. Have a look at him.
Yes, Barry Walker out there. He's the one with the grey hair. And the wind's still blowing a bit here. Barry be keen to get back in the box, I think, in the booth. Pretty windy out there. Dick Philpott marshalling the troops around as the presentations are about to be made. And a lovely trophy there from Rocky's 24-hour locksmith time clock there, who provide the time clock. In fact, Rocky's out there at Corio Village providing a lovely trophy here for the best player on the ground, as judged by us at Guest Video. We've given it to Daryl Jones. Presentation's about to be made. The umpires getting their awards. Here's Adam Gladkey, is it? Taking his reward for umpiring the grand final of 1992. He'll be joined up there by Darren Gilmore, waves the arms to the crowd, and a couple of boos I heard there for Darren Gilmore too, believe it or not. Pretty hard day to umpire. And we'll see the boundary umpires collect their medals now too. Recognition of a year well done. Boundary umpires Chris Harlock and Dennis Hargraves getting their medals. And of course in the goals, Mark Evans and Chaim Muleman topping off a great year for them as goal umpires. There's Mark Evans receiving his with a bit of a smile there, quite happy with his job. And Chaim Muleman taking the hat off too to make it easier there to get the medal over the neck. And there he goes, very happy man, puts the hat back on. And now Barry Walker's going to say a few words here and present the trophy from Guest Video and Rocky's 24-hour locksmiths of Corio Village. There's Barry just congratulating North Geelong and also congratulating Corio for the way they fought the game out. And now he's about to present the trophy. Just announcing it now. And there it is, Daryl Jones. Oh, they're pretty happy about that decision too. Best on ground, there it is, flashing on the screen, Daryl Jones. 11.773, Corio 6.844, the final score. And he's a very tired man, Daryl Jones, but he's still able to get a smile for Barry Walker. Barry making a little speech there for Daryl too. And he's a very happy boy. Barry will come back and we'll just give you a bit of a wrap-up on a few players here as they come up to get their medals. Let's just hope Barry can run quicker than he can drink a cup of coffee, because he's got a bit of ground to cover before he gets back here, and proceedings all ready to start now for the, I think this is the VCFL medal, I think. It's a little hard to hear the wind howling down here. And coming up to get the medal, looks like Neil Alford, I think, has been the... yes, he's got the umpire's medal. Barry Walker's just got back with me now. Barry, well run.
Yes, the VCFL medal being presented there by Don Cole to Ian Alford. And it was good to see that the umpires get recognition from the Geelong and District Football League with a medal also for their efforts here this afternoon.
Certainly was. We're going into to say good day to them after the conclusion of the presentations here, and I reckon they'll both be wearing them proudly around their necks, those central umpires.
Yes, I guess Darren Gilmore will be up to see what we have to say about him as the medals are being presented. Number one for the North Geelong side there, Jeff Mahoney in the back pocket, played quite a good game for the North Geelong side here this afternoon.
Here comes Craig Farrell doing a bit of a tumble up there to get up and get his award. He looks like he's sustained a knee injury. He played quite well early in the game, didn't see much of him later. That's possibly why he was on the bench, I'd suggest.
Greg Bellwood copped a stiffener early in the game, but come back on and played quite well for the North Geelong side on the wing. A very happy player there.
Yes, he did cop one early and had to go off the ground for a while, but was able to come back on. Now coming up now, this is Rick Bissington to take his award. Played a good game. He's pretty happy too, Ricky Bissington. He punches the air. Very happy with his game.
Right, the next player to come up would be Stuart Hardman for the North Geelong side. A very capable back line player here all day. Defended quite well for the North Geelong side and repelled many Corio attacks.
And the next player is Steve Simpson. He was the one carried off on the stretcher. I just hope he's all right. Oh, there he is. Look at that. He's all right. That's great to see, Barry, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't know whether he's got some stitches in too. So there was certainly something in it. It didn't look much from where we were on the ground, but obviously umpire close to the scene could see better, and he wanted him the free kick. And he's been good enough to get up off the stretcher and get his medal.
Right, Andrew Vivian, the big centre half forward, did his share of the ruck work here this afternoon, and he put the pressure on Big Stewart here this afternoon. He and Neil Alford, and a good game by Andrew Vivian.
Next player up to get an award will be to get his medal, Darren Joswick. Now, he had the job on Rod Boothroyd, and he did it pretty well, really. It would have been a nightmare being told you got the job on him. He played him pretty close all day. Boothroyd got away, kicked 3 goals for, but for a full forward that kicks 7 or 8 a week, I think Joswick's done a pretty good job on him.
Yes, he had a run on the ball too in the last quarter, Joswick. Next player up will be Neil Alford, the best player, VCFL best player here this afternoon. Played in the ruck on Stewart all day and did quite well for the North Geelong side.
Here's Tony Spence, number 22, Guernsey. Did very well early in the game, and also in the third quarter, he did kick a very, very nice goal.
Marty Widdowson, the full forward here this afternoon, very happy. Oh, is he what? For the North Geelong side. Didn't have much influence on the game. He had
done a belly whacker.
Done the swan dive, and a very happy player.
Oh, blimey, Teddy, how about that? How happy can you get? Next player up, Timmy Schwennerson. Well, 5 goals on a very heavy ground. A match-winning performance from Timmy Schwennerson. Used all his experience and his lovely left-foot kicks.
Here we are. My best player here this afternoon, Alan Moroney, the little fella, the rover, got it to the bottom of the packs and played quite well here this afternoon.
Next player up, Jamie Marnie in the long sleeves. He had the job on Frank Foppiani most of the day, and he wore him pretty close and did pretty well on him because he's one of their prime movers, and Jamie Marnie be well satisfied with his game in the grand final.
Jeff Ryan, across the back line, never puts in a bad game for the North Geelong side. Very solid in defence. Took 2 or 3 timely marks here this afternoon, but played quite well all day.
Here's a happy man, Ivan Jovanovic. The mustachioed Jovanovic punches the air. He kicked a lovely left-foot goal in the first quarter and consistently contributed for his side.
Here's your mate, Charlie Pinger. He do well in a soccer team, this fella, because coming on off the interchange bench, kicked 2 goals, 3 and played quite well here this afternoon.
And here's number 46, little Robbie Dick, getting up there. Just made it up there. Been a long way up for a little fella like Robbie. Played very well, shows the people his navel, and he's pretty happy.
Angie Skoko, another good contributor across the back line for the North Geelong side here this afternoon, receiving his medal. And all in all, the North Geelong players that have all gone up to get their medals here this afternoon deserved the award being presented there by the president of the GDFL, Mr. Neville Whitley.
And here's Darryl Jones. He's my best player on the ground. You gave him 2 points. He was the winner of the APCO Easy Shop from Barwon Heads Award and the trophy provided by Rockies, the 24-hour locksmiths out of Corio Village. He's a fine player, as Darryl Jones. Have a look at him. He was at the bottom of most packs all day. I thought he was the best 4-quarter player on the ground.
Right now, just waiting for the coach. There he is, Dennis Hines from the North Geelong side as the rain starts to fall here at the Western Oval, receiving a medal also as being the coach of the North Geelong side. And now the next presentation will be the cup for the Premiership Cup for the Division 1 Grand Final here in 1992, going to the North Geelong Football Club.
Yeah, rain teaming down now. Darryl Jones got the shoulders hunched there, but I don't think he's that worried about it. He's pretty wet. He's got the cup. He'll hold this aloft. And a big roar goes up all around the ground here. Best on ground, Darryl Jones holding it up with Dennis Hines. 73 played 44. That was the final score of the grand final. And Barry, you might be able to get down, see if you can get Dennis Hines for us.
I'll have a try doing it.
Well, Rain teaming down here. Little speech from the North Geelong hierarchy. I think they'll run their lap of honour, Barry. They think the rain will stop them or the mud. They've been running around it all day. Daryl Jones just thanking all the players at the club and all the supporters and raising the fist and getting the big cheer. That concludes the presentations, I think. And now the North Geelong Football Club. There's Barry Walker down there grabbing Dennis Hines for us. I thought he might be able to get him to bring him back into the caravan for a bit of an interview. And the North Geelong Footy Club no doubt will run a lap of honour. They got the cup, they filled it up with champagne. It's held aloft again. It'll be a big night out there at North Geelong tonight. Might be a big week.
By the sound of your voice, I think you'd like to be out there to have a sip of that, don't you?
Well, I'm sick of drinking this lemonade up here, Barry. Yes, I'm glad it's all over. I can have something a bit stronger now. And here they are singing the theme song right at the camera for us. Dick Philbott trying to take a photo. I think you need a very wide angle lens to get them all in that one, I think, Dick. Yes, one player there laying back in the arms of his mates. Just can't pick up who that is.
There was Rick Fizzentine, wasn't it?
Might have been Rick. And here they go on their lap of honour. Jeff Ryan helping to hold the cup there. Premiers for 1992. Won't be much champagne. There it goes. Out it goes over the top of Jeff Marnie there. Just tipped the lot out. A little bit wet in his mouth. Not a bad shot. Pretty happy by Mubba boys. Ivan Jovanovic there with the cup, handing it across to big Andrew Vivian. He holds it aloft. Doing the lap of honour. There's a little fella with his football. He's pretty happy too. His mother would kill him if she saw him out there in all that mud. Here's Charlie Pinger's got the cup. Hope he doesn't toe poke it. No, he's jumped in the air. Gives it across to a teammate. Away they go, North Geelong. There's no champagne left in it. That went very quickly. Oh, look, they tripped one another over there. Are they happy, these boys? Down went Maroney. Over the top of him went Marnie. Skoko went down as well. Oh, giving it a kiss now, Jeff Marnie. He's tipped the champagne out, now he's going to kiss it. Well, they're a pretty happy mob, there's no doubt about that. Well-earned victory today here at the Western Oval. North Geelong have been far too good for Corio.
Right, as the North Geelong players leave the arena here this afternoon to the applause of their supporters, there's Big Dick Philpott giving them a high five again. He likes these high fives, David.
He's perfected them today, hasn't he?
Yes, he has that. And they'll head to the rooms to start their celebrations. Premiers 1992 Geelong and District Football League Division 1 and another Premiership Cup to go out there to the North Geelong rooms.
Yeah, well done. That's a tremendous coaching record. 3 wins out of 5 years, Barry, isn't it? There's a lot of coaches that'd like to have that. Yes, there's nothing I can't do if I put my mind to it. And from upstairs, Simon Coleman, great job on the camera today, Barry.